Alright, Kalphite King soloing. So if you already have like a comp cape or a max cape, then you should probably already have all of this gear. And this is what you will need to make it most efficient to solo Kalphite King. Alright, so I've written everything down here. You need tier 90 gear with a keris, a dust damage 3 or 4. 3 gives all the DPS bonuses you need, and 4 only gives a little bit of strength bonus, etc. The keris with a offhand rapier or offhand longsword or offhand mace doesn't really matter. And a shield, tier 90 shield. The defender, I use it sometimes to get more damage out, but it's not necessary. So the aura is really important. Equilibrium aura does the most damage. Kalphite King because of the softcap of the keris. Keris is able to hit 21k, but it's capped at 10k, and the 25% of that max hit is taken away and put on your basics pretty much, on your lowest hits. So weapon poison is really nice because it just hits him constantly, like 700s and 600s. It's very like does probably around 15k damage per kill, which is like 20% or 5%, I mean. Alright, so it's for getting consistent like fast kills, you would probably want to start the kill, every single kill, with 100% adrenaline, because with this method you're gonna zerk on the range phases and on the melee phases, and on the mage phases you're gonna start out with a lot of thresholds and also use onslaught or just use thresholds. That's also a possibility. I found a way which makes onslaught pretty useful and also gives more damage than before. Alright, so let's go over the Kalphite King's attack rotations. In the range phase, you will spawn, do 2 attacks, then stun you, then do 2 attacks again, and then he will green you. And at that green, you'll destroy before that green, like after 4 attacks, you'll destroy. And then he does 2 attacks more, and then he digs. In the mage phase, he does 2 attacks, then 1 stun. The second attack will be a blue orb, by the way, which will stun you if you don't block it. Then he will stun you, 2 attacks more, and he will dig. And you can skip the dig by stunning him. And when he comes back up again, or when you stun him, he will do 2 or 3 attacks more. Then he will surge, and after that he will start again. And after every 4 attacks after the surge, you stun him, and you'll like save time because he won't dig anymore. Alright, so in the melee phase, it's really important to count his attacks, control your damage, because you can save a lot of time using this. If you zerk, you dodge the kick by walking diagonal. Then he does a slaughter and a dismember, which you can freedom, and you should be around 200k HP then, by then. Otherwise you might get a rough time. Then he will surge, then he will do two more attacks, and then he will green. So the only way to skip it is to surge away, then wait till your surge is 60% restored, walk back, anticipate, and stun him after the first attack he does when he's already switched phases, and then you stun him. Alright, another way is to use the minion spawn, which are at 195k HP and 65k HP. And the minion spawns basically replace one of his attacks, and if you time it correctly, you will skip this. You can skip the green with the minion spawn, which is perfect in the melee phase because he greens pretty early on, and you can do like 60k damage and get it close to that. And then after the second attack, I usually just bleed it, slaughter, tendril, and get it over that threshold of 195k HP. He also isn't able to green orb by then, so it's really comfortable to do it there. The 65 HP sometimes gets sketchy because of the green orbs, which are more frequent then. Alright, so the most efficient DPS, as I said, start the kill with 100% adrenaline. Zerg at the start of a range phase and melee phase. Slaughter and general work really well on a range phase, like you will probably hit them all the time. On a melee phase though, it's a little bit difficult. That's why you use the minion gloves to debuff Kalphite King. So to make like you will debuff his defense, so your accuracy will increase. You'll be more likely to hit your Slaughter in general. So in the range phase, you need to have a good Zerg rotation with the drum pot at the start, and that can like do 30% of the kill within 20 seconds practically. In the melee phase, you have to really control your damage, as I said, to get it to that minion spawn, and not too early or too late, because then you'll be greened and you'll have to teleport away. Alright, so in the mage phase, you need to keep Kalphite King southwest of you, because he is able to like surge, but surge against the wall. And if he surges against the wall, he'll like look at it and then skip it practically if he's really close to the wall, which saves you a lot of time because you can like keep using your rapid fire, for example. Alright, so after the surge, you'll do two attacks, 1 stun, then 2 attacks again, and then you have to stun him. Because he will, then you can skip the dig, which is perfect because you save like 15 seconds, 10 seconds. Makes it really efficient. Alright, so using thresholds is mostly enough for Kalphite King. I would only say that zerking with a drum pot is more efficient than using thresholds, because you have such limited time most of the time. Alright, so there is only one time where I would say you can use one slot, which is at the start of a mage phase. Alright, so let's look at a melee phase spawn. I see his melee phase because of the fire surge thing. I zerg, decimate, sever, and he has already done 2 attacks now, so I walk away. Now he does his kick attack into nothing. I assault, try to get it close to turn K. He's gonna barge now. So the 3rd attack is a green, which I want to skip. That's his 1st attack. I anticipate because he's gonna stun me soon. Alright, I skipped it here, I guess. So now I need to walk it. Alright, here you will see me skip the green. He just surged, so that's the 1st attack. That's the 2nd attack, and now I got it over the 65k thresholds, which is the 2nd minion spawn, which means I skipped the green. Alright, that's the 1st attack of the range phase. That's the 2nd. That's the 3rd. And the 4th, which means I have to stun it now. Alright, let's watch one more cycle. It's gonna dig now soon. I'll probably kill it before it's dead. Alright, anticipate. Assault.
The green attack in the melee phase is the 3rd attack after the surge.
Alright, so here's a range phase spawn. You'll see that it's weak to stab. I anticipate, Zerk. Alright, that's the first attack. Second attack. Third attack. And the fourth attack. I destroy. Alright. Alright, so here's a mage spawn. Tendril, snapshot. You'll see me use onslaught here. The second attack is a blue, so I'm gonna try and rest that if it hits me. And then I'll onslaught. Alright, so it's been 2 attacks now and the middle stun, which I blocked with anticipates. That's the third attack, the fourth attack, and that's when I stun. I use my binding shot. It should surge now. And you'll see me lure it like southwest of me. So the next surge will be into the wall. Alright, it's gonna be a surge now. Anticipate because I know the blue ball is coming next. So 4 attacks now, and then I have to stun. That's 1, that's 2. Oh, and he switches phases. Alright, that's 2 attacks in the range phase then. Gotta remember that. Like usually you'll notice like the middle stun, and then you can count 2 attacks. And that's 4. Destroy. Alright, so the last skill, melee spawn. Dodge the kick, because I don't like to be kicked around. Assault, and now I have to get it too close to 195k HP, which I almost have. So the third attack after the surge is the green, so I want to get it close to 195k HP in 2 attacks. That's 1, that's 2, and now I have to run him, get him over 195k HP, and there we go, green skipped. Alright, so here's the mage phase rotation again. He surges, so 4 attacks after this I have to stun him. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, and that's a minion spawn at 65k HP, so he skipped 1 attack. So I stun him, and he should surge soon. He's gonna surge now. And I make him look at the wall, so he would skip it if he would actually do it.